Hello and welcome to the Global Premier Football Show. This is a super packed package of the preview for the World Cup. It's less than 24 hours before the World Cup starts, and it is another time of football fiesta. So, guys, we're just going to preview what's going to happen, what we expect to happen. There's been a lot of drama going on, off the field issues, but guess what? In 24 hours, all those talks will die down and the players will take the center stage. And with me to share on this view and to preview for the World Cup is my dear friend, Shakil. Shakil, welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So let's get into it. There are 8 groups in this stage World Cup. I think this is the last time we're going to have this number of teams. I think in the next one, it will be, a wider group, more teams, more football to watch. And guess what? It is fantastic. I can't just wait for this one at least to get started. And 2026 will take care of itself. So let's look at this thing, Shaq. Just today, the FIFA president gave an interview. What do you make of that interview?
You want to start with that interview?
Yes, let's talk. We can't just overlook what's happening there.
I think in the last week or so, there a lot of questions were directly being asked from players about, hey, what do you think about this? Why you this? So I think it was a good move from the president. I think he was president. He's president, right?
Yes, he's the president. Of course, Gianni Infantino is the president. You don't know the FIFA president, Shaq. What are you doing on the show?
No, I'm just confirming whether he had a different title, but what the statement itself, I think it's a good statement to clarify a lot of things. It's a very political statement, but it's a good statement to shut down all the negativity around the tournament itself. A lot of people have said that before, and I will say every country has their own rules. It's how they want to operate, how they're comfortable. It's very subjective to say, oh, they're doing things, but it's their country, and every country does the same thing. Every country have their immigration rules. Nobody can say anything.
Yeah, you don't just walk into any country and then you just like go free. Come on. I mean, anyway, don't get me started because honestly, I am I was really, let me use the word, I was pissed off with a lot of people and their comments, the feeling of entitlement. Oh, it doesn't have to be here, or it has to be this, or it has to be that. Like, excuse me, just let's let the game just begin. Anyway, that's enough of that because we can even have the whole show talking about
maybe like 3 hours for this thing. Yes.
Yeah. So let's because it's less than 24 hours before the game starts. So let's look at this. We have Group A: Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and the Netherlands. So what we're going to be doing is that we're going to look at this. You're going to give me your prediction. Who do we think has the best chance to qualify from this group? What is it that is expected? And who are our favorites? For me,
so
my favorites. What's your favorite? Yeah, go ahead.
Before we started, I have to confess that I haven't watched all the teams playing, and I haven't done any.
No, you don't need to.
But I am just gonna go as a football watcher or a fan, just by my feelings.
Shaq, let me tell you, I've not seen Saudi Arabia play in a very long time. I don't know the last time I saw Saudi Arabia play. Australia, I've never sat down and watched Australia play. Even Qatar, the last time I saw Qatar, I think it was in the Confederations Cup. That was the only time I think I have, and maybe when Mexico played them, or was it? And then Canada as well played them. So there are many teams here that we've not watched play, but again, it's the World Cup. They are the teams that made it. The best 32 teams that made it. So again, let's talk about this. Group A. Who do you think are coming out of the group? The first and second.
First, Netherlands, of course. Second, my pick is Senegal.
Yeah.
Why? Because Senegal, I know Mane and Mendy. Mendy is from Senegal, right?
Yes.
And I heard you told me that Mane is not playing. He's injured.
Mane, as of today, Mane is pulled out of the World Cup. Unfortunate for
Senegal. Even without him, Senegal had a good win.
African
Cup,
right? Exactly. He's not. I mean, he's one of their superstars. It's not only the one there. They have a lot of good players. They have a lot of good defenders. A lot of good midfielders, and they have a very good goalkeeper as well in Edouard Mendy. So, anyway. Before we move on, for me, I think Senegal is coming first in that group. Senegal will win their 3 games. I think so, except if they go there doing something different. So I'm giving Senegal the first in the group. The Netherlands will come second. Sometimes you cannot really but trust the Netherlands if they will be, if they will deliver. But again, So for Group B,
before going to Group B, who is the highlight for Netherlands? Who I can't remember.
I don't know. Memphis Depay. I think he's the only one that I can remember. There's some wonder kids in the Netherlands, Xavi Simons he used to play in the Barcelona Academy. He's 19. He just made his professional debut a couple of seasons ago. I think less than 2 seasons ago. He was also at PSG. So he is.
Yeah, I think that player who used to play for Tottenham. What's his name?
Bergwijn.
Bergwijn. He's from Netherlands, right?
He is Dutch. Yes.
Yeah. All I can think about him. There used to be a time when a lot of Dutch players played a lot of big clubs.
When you had Seedorf, when you had what's he called again? Van Persie, Ruud van Nistelrooy. The current Rangers manager. Anyway, let's not dwell on the Netherlands. I don't really care about them, honestly speaking. So what we'll do, we'll go through the groups and then we'll talk about the players that we have to watch out for, right? So Group B, England, Iran, United States, and Wales. Who are coming out of the group?
That's a tough one. The United States and Iran, you know what happened before. I think we're gonna be really a lot of tug of war between both countries, and I have heard people want the United States to win against England. I've heard those things.
I mean, honestly speaking, I don't know what this group is going to be. Like, England is not convincing so far. During the Nations League, they were not doing well. I think they were relegated in the Nations League. You cannot pinpoint what England plays when they play. It's just like a bunch of, it's the same old thing, right? When you have a bunch of superstars come together,
they don't know how to cooperate.
They to play as a team. So I don't know about England, but anyway, I think they will qualify though. So
they will qualify.
England will qualify.
I would put United States second and England first. But,
okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it would be England and United States. If not, I mean, the only other team that I'll be thinking about could be Iran. You can never know. But again, for Iran, I think this looks like a lighter group for them to qualify from.
Yes,
we may be underestimating them, but I think this looks like a lighter group for them to qualify from. So
I agree, it's not as tough as some others. Yeah.
No, they're not tough. It's not as if the US have like superstars everywhere playing. They just like have a couple. Reina from Dortmund, Christian Pulisic in Chelsea, who is not a mainstay in the Chelsea team. So it's not safe. So, but again, just on paper, England and the United States, but as the World Cup will always deliver, there will be upsets. So let's look out for that. Group C, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. You already know my first pick there. Go ahead.
Well, poor Saudi Arabia. I hope Saudi Arabia does not go through the same torture that they have been whenever they qualify, they lose like 7.
In 2018, yeah.
Oh, so my picks, first Argentina.
Yes.
And then second, of course, Mexico. Mexico has a really good team, in my opinion.
Yes, Mexico definitely being also a Mexican, I would root for Mexico to qualify from the group, but unfortunately, I'm not really convinced about their play and their style of play because of, the coach they have right now. He's from Argentina. Since he took over, I don't understand what the national team has been playing. I honestly, I'm not really impressed. throughout the qualifiers, they were scrambling. Canada beat everyone black and blue in the qualifiers. So, and that's nothing. That's something strange to happen. But again, I'll give it to them. I will put Argentina is coming first in that group. Mexico is coming second. I'm sorry, Poland with Lewandowski. You guys could make do with third place, and Saudi Arabia may, will come last in the group. But again, you never know what happens in these games, right? So move on to group D. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna add, I don't remember. There's one coach that is very famous coach, Spanish coach. He's Roman Diaz. He's coaching Al Hilal.
Yes.
I was gonna just say that even though I have spent time in Saudi Arabia, they have invested so much money in football, but the only thing they lack is their players playing in other leagues. They are very good at bringing talent by outside. Spending money, but I think they have to change this mindset that it does not help this way. It helps if you send your players
to go play
somewhere where it's very competitive.
Yes, so I agree with you. It always works that way, that when the teams have their national team players playing in the strong leagues, I think it makes it easier for them to as well. At least that you have a better idea of also your opposition, because you may have shared the same dressing room with a player, and you can know what the player is like and how he plays and so on and so forth. But anyway, the thing is that for most players, it's playing to make money. As long as you're making money, it doesn't matter where you play. Group D, this is a very tricky group. Anyway, it's not really tricky. It's actually, this group has defined itself. France, Australia, Denmark, Tunisia.
You're asking me. I found out that Karim Benzema is supposedly going to be injured for the rest of the, which is sad, because I think it's his last World Cup. I wanted him to watch him play, because his football is good to watch. Is very composed and stylish. I'm going to be biased to France for sure, because I am supporting France for this World Cup. So number one, France. Second, it's tricky. I have no idea any of these teams, so I would just pick Denmark.
Denmark, of course, it's Denmark. Denmark have a very good team. They have very good players. Watching them in the past Euros, and the incidents, that happened, that will be a team to watch. Eriksen is back playing again, so it's fine. It's a good thing that he's back playing football again. So for me, I think France and Denmark will come second. Tunisia will come maybe last.
I've heard Tunisia is not as bad a team. They're going to give a good challenge.
Anyway, because also most of the Tunisian players, I think they were all born in France, some of them. So we will see how that goes. But I don't see them qualifying from this group, except Denmark goes to sleep, or except France decide to do what they did in 2002.
Yes. Yeah. France always is a surprise.
No, but I think right now they have consistency and stability in their managerial position. Didier Deschamps. So I think with that, the team is stable, even with if Karim Benzema is out, even if he's out, even Nkunku is out too, right? So that guy was expecting to watch him, but again, it's what happens in the game. And here we are. A lot of known names are missing out of this World Cup, which is very sad. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Group E, Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. This is a group very tight. No matter what, the names are there for themselves, but you cannot just write off Japan. Tell me who you think will qualify from this group.
I think there's going to be what do you say, a surprise or a shocker? Of course Germany, but Spain versus Japan. I think Japan is going to qualify. They're going to knock out Spain. I have no idea about Costa Rica. I cannot speak.
Yeah, Keylor Navas is the only star player that you can talk about in Costa Rica. But again, it's also about being a team and not just a bunch of individual players, And
did Costa Rica top their qualifying group stages?
No. Okay. They were in the same qualifying, pool with Mexico, Canada, and the US.
Oh, right. I remember
so
now.
I think they went through playoffs, actually. They came through playoffs. So they were not even in the first third. So the fourth team in the CONCACAF region, they will go through a playoff. And that's how Costa Rica qualified for the World Cup. I think they beat New Zealand along the way in the playoffs. But here again, Germany, I don't really know about Germany, honestly speaking. Japan has a lot of players playing in Germany. They have very good players playing in Germany. So it's going to be a tough one for Germany. Germany has not been convincing for me. They have exciting players, but also I think they will qualify, or I don't think they will qualify. I'm going to make a statement here. I mean, my choice will be Spain and Japan. Right. Germany should go home.
The reason I didn't pick Spain is because of what's going on with Barcelona, and Barcelona usually have a lot of Spanish players playing.
Yeah, also actually they have a lot of players from their team.
And the atmosphere in Barcelona is not good.
But again, it's different, right? The World Cup creates a different atmosphere. True. So I think this is a very, very tight group. I think it's the tightest of all the groups. Difficult to, because Japan, you can just write up Japanese players are all playing in Europe, most of them, and they're playing very good teams.
Tomiyasu, who plays for Arsenal, is Japanese.
Yeah, Tomiyasu. There's one Minamoto, no, not Minamoto, I think Miyato. He plays for Brighton. Very good too. The ones that I can't remember all the names of the ones that play in Germany. So they have very good team, and they are physically strong too, and they are very quick too. So it's not just like a team that you can just outrun and suppress. But we'll see how that goes. So your pick? Germany and Japan.
Germany and Japan.
Yeah. I'll go Spain and Japan. Germany go home.
Speaking of that, I know it's you cannot compare with leagues, but this year German league is very exciting. Like the
German league,
the Bundesliga is very exciting. The underdogs are the Berlin Union. I think they're like upsetting every other. I'm not sure if they are going to play those same players play, but I don't know if you've that book, the zonal marking, talks about all the countries coming up. I think Germany is rising right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know, man. Anyway, they're still in the top leagues in Europe, but again, there's always Bayern is already top of the league. So not even Union, but Union Berlin has dropped all the way to 5th.
Have they?
Freiburg is 2nd now. Leipzig is 3rd. Frankfurt is 4th. Union Berlin is 5th, and then Dortmund is 6th. But anyway, Germany have some exciting players, so we will see how that they have this 17-year-old player from Borussia Dortmund, Mukoka. So we'll see how that plays out for them. But anyway,
is Timo Werner German?
He's not playing in the World Cup because he got injured.
Okay.
Yeah, top players not playing in this World Cup. Anyway, Group F, where we have Belgium and Canada and Morocco and Croatia. What do you think?
Oh, poor Canada.
Break their hearts.
Yeah, I think Canada is gonna have a really hard time. I'm not against Canada. It's just no.
Canada, you have to be realistic. There's not that well. Yeah.
I mean, group stages, the qualifying rounds, they did outperform everyone, but this is their different group. This is do and die. So my picks are Belgium and Croatia. Morocco is a good team, but no.
Exactly. The same thing. Belgium will come first. Croatia will come second. Croatia coming second because they're having an aging squad. But again, that doesn't rule them out of not qualifying from this group. If they don't qualify from this group, it's complete disaster, utter mess. But again, no matter how you want to say it, Belgium and Croatia are the ones qualifying. Canada will not win a game. Morocco will beat Canada, or they might settle for a draw. These are the only games there that I think.
And both of other nations Belgium and Croatia have the experience to go into semifinals.
Yes, they have. Not just even semifinals. They have the players, all their players have played maybe 2 World Cups now. This may be their 3rd World Cup or 4th World Cup, So again, these guys have what it takes and have the experience to make it to the next round. Group G, this is a very tight group. It's a very tricky group. Brazil, no matter how we find them favorite, facing European opposition is always a tricky one for them. So Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. Who qualifies?
I'm gonna say Brazil are qualifying and they're gonna be top. The rest of them are gonna have a hard time competing for a second. And then it's tricky. I would say Switzerland has good players, but I would pick Cameroon, Brazil and Cameroon.
Yeah, I mean, being an African too, why am I going to pick Serbia and Switzerland to qualify from this group? You know, I mean, you might call it that I'm being biased, but that's the nature thing. That's a natural thing that I have to do.
Yeah.
But again, I think Cameroon has the players to also play against Serbia and Switzerland and get something out of them. Even you also try to compete against Brazil. They played Brazil before in the World Cup. You know, I think Brazil beats them in the 2014 World Cup. But again, this time around, I think Cameroon, they have a very good goalkeeper. You know, he plays for Inter Milan. And they have very good players too. So, and I think they've come together playing as a team. You know, they have Choupo-Moting that plays for Bayern Munich. So they have good players that can compete against Serbia and Switzerland. So I'll give Brazil number one. Cameroon is coming second, just to put it that way.
Where were they in the qualifying round, Serbia? I don't think they were the first.
No, they were the first. They beat Portugal to it and sent Portugal to play in the playoffs.
Wow. Yeah. Serbia has that Mitrovic, that player?
Yes, they have Mitrovic.
And he is playing?
Yes, he's playing. They have very good players too. They have very good players.
Switzerland, Xhaka is Swiss.
Xhaka,
I think there is one more.
What's his name again? The one that was at Liverpool that went to the MLS. Shaqiri.
Oh, Shaqiri is from Switzerland. Wow.
Yeah, Shaqiri is Swiss. They have good players too. Zakaria, that's in Chelsea, that's not even getting any minutes, and Bolo as well. And they have a very good goalkeeper too, Jan Sommer. I think that's his name. But we'll see. But I'm going for Cameroon regardless. Final, Group H. Group H has Portugal, has Ghana, Uruguay, South Korea. Ghana will be looking out to revenge Uruguay following the 2010 quarterfinals that they missed.
I think this is the most tightest. This and probably Spain, Germany, Japan. This is like Uruguay has really good players.
Yes, but also aging sports too. But I think they have a mixture.
They have a mixture. Players. They have a best. They have Valverde.
Valverde. Yeah.
Nunez.
Nunez, Betancourt as well. That plays.
Yeah, Betancourt. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a good squad. Ghana has a very good squad, and Portugal, you know, with what's going on with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, I mean that's a talk for another day. But what's your take on the group here?
I would say Uruguay is gonna top and Portugal is gonna be second.
Oh, really?
Yeah. South Korea has good players, but I think it's gonna be Uruguay all the way.
I think Tomiyasu is South Korean though.
No, he's Japanese.
He's Japanese. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think Portugal will come first in this group. There's no way Uruguay is coming first in this group. Not even a chance.
Yeah.
Portugal will come first in this group, and I don't know what will happen to the other three because Ghana, I don't know if Ghana will qualify. They have some good players. I don't know. They just have to be a little bit, they just have to play to qualify first, not to be taken away by the euphoria of playing in the World Cup, but meaning business and trying to play. So again, I don't know if I'm convinced that Ghana will qualify from this group, seeing how they have played so far. But
did Ghana play in the African Cup?
Yeah, they lost out in the group stage, I think so, in the next round, but did not make it to the semifinals for sure. But again, I will support my African brothers. So I'll pick Portugal and I'll pick Ghana. Uruguay and South Korea, should go and play somewhere else. I mean, there's no Europa League for the World Cup, though.
I think the next World Cup they are thinking about it, something like that. No.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a longer World Cup. The next one, it's going to be a longer one. So now the group stages have been completed. Let's say, who do you think will go all the way to the finals? Because let's go straight to the semifinals.
Yeah, let's go to the semifinals.
Let's just go straight to the semifinals, because that will be, let's see, from each group, let's say Group A. Do you see a semifinalist in Group A?
No, I don't.
What of Group B?
And how does that work? Like Group A and Group B definitely have one semifinalist?
No, of course, semifinal is just four teams, right? But I mean, Group A, first from Group A, we play second from Group B, and so on. But
it's this round of 16, right? First, and then it's
round of
semifinals.
First. Yes.
What I am asking is, like, for any team from Group, so if A and B play like both first and second, and then whoever wins, they go to the semifinal. So definitely there is one team that plays semifinal in Group A and Group B.
At least.
Yeah, at least. I would pick England to go to semifinals.
Not a chance.
Not a chance, but
not
just give them a
England will not beat Senegal if they meet. I'm not even thinking about it.
Okay.
I'm not even thinking about it.
What is your pick? Who's going to play the semifinals? From Group A and B.
I'll take Senegal.
Okay. I mean, they're really strong contenders. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone says Mane is out, blah, 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 but they forget that they have other players too, very good players that play around Mane. Group C and D.
Oh. Well, I'm going to be biased for sure. France.
Okay.
Yeah.
France. Okay. France. All right. From the other side, we have Group E and F.
No, what about you? What do you think, C and D?
Oh, okay. I think France.
Okay.
I think if France meets Argentina, it will be a repetition of the last World Cup.
Really?
I think so.
Argentina does not have a good squad. What's going on with their? Okay.
Messi. I mean, I think they do, but again, no, I don't think they're too exciting to watch without Messi. There's nothing else happening in that team.
France has a really good squad, young squad.
They have a very
experienced
good
squad, mix of everything.
Yes. A coach that has played and won the World Cup. That makes a lot of difference.
True. I agree.
He's also an ex-Chelsea player. So that's one of the reasons why I like France too. Ask me about that again. Okay, who else? And then Group G and H.
No, E and F. We missed that.
E and F. Yeah, sorry, E and F.
Belgium made it to semifinals. No, they've played the final last World Cup, right? Against France. Belgium. No, it was semifinal.
No, it was semifinals. It was Croatia that was in the finals.
Who did France play final against? It was
Croatia.
Croatia, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I will pick Germany this time.
Wow.
Why? Because Germany, again, they have I don't know, Germany. I don't know if they have good players, but it's just
they have good players. No, they have very good players. The only thing is that their defense is not. I don't know that their defense is not strong like before. Their defense is not strong. Their midfield to attack is solid, but again, you're not attacking the whole time in a football match.
True.
So, what happens if the team they are playing pack the balls and counter-attack them in once? Remember Korea against Germany in the last World Cup? Mexico beat Germany again in the last World Cup. But anyway, that was 4 years ago, and they're exciting players right now with Germany. Anyway, for me, I did not select Germany to come out from their group.
Yes.
So why should I pick them to get to the semifinals?
Yours is Spain, Japan.
I think I will go with Belgium.
Okay.
Yes.
Belgium do have really good players. They did really well last World Cup.
Yes, they have. They have good goalkeepers.
And they have Lukaku.
Forget about Lukaku. I don't think
he
will be playing a lot because he has not played anything for he has not played anything for Inter Milan.
Has he? I think
he's been injured.
Played.
He's been injured.
Okay.
I mean,
he played few games. He scored some goals.
Anyway, I don't care about Lukaku. Next, please. Group G and H: Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon, Portugal, Ghana,
tough.
Uruguay, South Korea. It's not tough.
Brazil.
Anyway, for you.
No, I have eye on Uruguay. I don't know, for some reason. You think Uruguay is not good? I think they can upset. But sure, I'll go with Brazil.
They can upset, but not beating Brazil. It's not.
Yeah, Brazil has a really, really, really strong squad.
From goalkeeper to attack.
From multiple goalkeepers, not just one goalkeeper. Multiple defenders, multiple strikers.
Yeah.
Winning Champions League. Like, it's just, full of experience.
Yeah.
And they have young squad, really young squad.
Exactly. So we'll go for Brazil then.
Yeah, I'll go with Brazil.
Yeah, I too will go for Brazil. Now, finals. From the other side, you picked up England and France. From this, and I picked up Senegal and France. And then you picked up Germany and Brazil.
Yes.
So, and I picked up Belgium and Brazil. So, who are your finalists?
France and Brazil.
France and Brazil, a repetition of the France 98.
Yes.
Wow. I would go with France and Brazil as well. I can't be biased on that, no matter what I feel.
No, if you look at just the single trophies, and the players have won, like I'm talking about Champions League titles, leagues. Yes. It's going to be a lot of French players and Brazilian players.
Yes, definitely. They are. I mean, I love the way they approach the game. They come and they play their game. They enjoy the game. They work hard. They play with passion. They play with enthusiasm. That you hardly find it from other teams. I don't know why. I think maybe the French are playing to prove something. The Brazilians are playing for fun and also playing because the whole country will be crying if they don't win the World Cup. So again, who wins the World Cup?
Of course, I want France to win, but I think Brazil has a better chance, so I will pick Brazil.
I for sure will go for Brazil without any doubt, without any, again, I don't see why Brazil should not win the World Cup, except if they are carried away. But I think they've set up their mind for this World Cup. Yeah. Anyway.
Camavinga is Brazilian, right? No, he's French. Sorry.
He's French.
French. Yeah. Camavinga and Vinicius. A lot of Madrid players going to be playing against each other.
Yeah, that's exciting. So now, let's look at the outstanding players. Who do you think will be the player of the tournament? And top goal scorer and top goalkeeper?
I will go for top scorer. Mbappe is great form. Yeah. Mbappe, yeah.
Okay.
Keeper, I think it's Anderson. What's his name? Anderson.
Edison or Alisson?
Who is playing? Who is the first choice?
Alisson is first choice.
Right.
Alisson is Brazil's first choice.
Why? Why not Edison?
I don't know.
Edison is better. Edison is better than.
I don't know. I think Edison is a much better player of the ball.
Yeah.
Than Alisson. But I think two of them still have similar characteristics. I don't know. If you tell me, I'll just play them for 5 minutes each.
Yeah, they're both really, really good keepers. So you asked me who's gonna score the tournament of the player and the keeper. I'll go with whoever is the first choice. What's his name?
Edison. Sorry, Alisson. Alisson is the first. Alisson Becker is the first.
Yeah, I'll go with Alisson.
Yeah, me too. Alisson will be my goalkeeper of the tournament. And player of the tournament?
Player of the tournament. I think it should be someone from other teams. That can happen, right?
Yeah, it can be, but it mostly is from the finalists.
Yeah, France does not have like who is the playmaker in French team right now? Like who is the midfielder? Who's the famous one?
Oh, the Camavinga, Chomeni.
Oh, he's very
young
young.
kids. Yeah, they're all young.
Yeah.
Maybe young player of the tournament, maybe.
I mean, when Zidane used to play, he controlled the pace of the game. Benzema has that same mentality, but first of all, he's injured. If he does play, but he does not play in the midfield. So
yeah, but I mean, if he's playing, he has to be targeting top scorer.
Yeah, but I think Mbappe is going to be way much faster, and he has better chance. He has scored goals that are more difficult than, even though Benzema has won the Golden Boot. Was it Golden Boot? No, it was what was that award?
The Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or, yeah.
Because he was playing for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And Madrid were
Mbappe is still way better than him
in terms of goal scoring and how general play, maybe. Anyway, that's up for the
I haven't still told you the player of the tournament. I don't know. I have no idea. I cannot say a name. What do you think?
I would say Neymar will be player of the tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, and the top scorer of the tournament will be Mbappe.
How do they figure out is it assists plus goals or
everything? What? Yeah, general play, assists, goals, creating.
Blocks,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
No, just creating, because everything mainly focuses on the attacking players. It's only in 2006 that the best player of the tournament, actually a Ballon d'Or winner that year, was a defender. That was Fabio Cannavaro from Italy when Italy won the World Cup. That was the last time they won it, in 2006. But again, this time has always been attacking players, midfielders like Modric, so we'll see. But yeah.
Haaland is not playing because he plays for Norway, right?
He will never play in the World Cup. Sorry about that.
No, who does he actually play for?
He plays for Norway. You just mentioned his country.
Yeah, but he would never play the World Cup.
I don't see Norway qualifying for any World Cup soon. Although you cannot rule that out. You have to have you have to have a solid team. Sometimes you have these players that come from very top from small countries. Again, I cannot say that he will never play in the World Cup because I don't have the key tomorrow or for tomorrow. But again, from just statistics and everything, that surrounds him, and also they compete in the European qualifiers. So, or maybe because of the expansion coming in next year, Europe will have more, in the next World Cup, Europe may have more teams. So he might have a chance, but we'll see. Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's all we have for now. 24 hours, less than 24 hours. By this time tomorrow, we're already talking about the first game that has come and gone. So, Qatar, Ecuador, what's your prediction for that game? That's the only game we'll predict the score.
Oh, of course, Ecuador. I have no idea about Qatar, and even though Xavi has managed in Qatar, they have made it better. Football there is way better. I'm not sure if it's better than Saudi Arabia, but I would assume it's the same level.
Yeah.
But Ecuador, because it's just more exposure to for the players.
Yeah, I think Ecuador will have it tomorrow. Maybe
I think it will be 2-0.
2-0,
3-1,
or maybe 3-0. All right, guys. Thank you very much. That's all we have for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Enjoy the games. We'll be coming back with many more reviews and previews of games as the World Cup goes on. Stay in touch. Stay safe. Happy Fiesta. World Cup is on. See you guys soon. Take care.